Oh, shut the fuck up with the type shit. I hate that
I
so
do
much.
too. That's why I'm saying it so much.
It is one of my biggest pet peeves. Well, that, but also the whole 6-7 joke.
Yeah.
I hate that so much.
My residents are playing the number game on my whiteboard, and
What's the number game?
it's basically they just like each write down a number in sequence. So like one writes one, the next writes two, so on. Someone wrote 10 and then 17, and then someone wrote restart, and then they wrote 1 2. But when they got to 6 and 7, someone wrote under 6 7 question mark.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah.
So annoying. I hate it.
Sometimes it's funny. It's just like it's just so stupid. It's funny.
It gets so annoying. That's what it is.
If it's overused.
It doesn't get funny. It gets overused, and it's fucking annoying.
Yeah. Welcome back to the Game Hangar, where we talk about video games and nothing but video games. We are your hosts, Michael and Brie, and today we are on our own.
Just the two of us. We can make it if we try.
Okay.
All right.
So, something I wanted to ask is, do you have a song? I was thinking about this, but is there a song stuck in your head, like lately? Because I have one stuck in my head, but I want to hear if you have one in your head right now.
So
That's just like an earworm.
So I have been listening to the newest album of 21 Pilots called Breach.
Okay.
They are going on tour. They will be here in Burgestown on Sunday. I'm going home tomorrow to go see them on tour. So, but the one song that gets stuck in my head is from that album. It is called Tally.
Okay.
It is so good. So good. What's your song?
It's 505 by Arctic Monkeys. That's stuck in my head right now.
How does that go?
I'm not singing it.
Oh, okay.
I don't sing in front of people.
All right.
You'll know it if you'll know it if you heard it.
I'm sure I will.
But yeah, like I don't know. It's just been plaguing my head all day.
Fair enough.
Ever since I woke up, it's just been like snippets of it popping through my mind, and it's always either that one or "Let It Happen" by Tame Impala. Which is also a really good song.
For me, it's either Tally or The Line from 21 Pilots.
Okay.
Did you watch Arcane Season 2?
I started it, never finished it.
Okay, I highly recommend you finish it because it's actually really good. That song is in it, and it is actually really emotional. It's so good. So good. Okay. So, also, I've been going home for the past like 3 weekends.
I know.
This weekend is weekend number 3. So one weekend I went home because I traveled to Kent State University to visit my brother, and I also got new glasses. What do you think? I showed you that. I showed you that whenever I got home. And then the following weekend I went and worked at a volleyball game at RMU. And I've gotten more opportunities to work more games, so I'm gonna text my parents to say, hey, are these games worthy for me to go home and use my car to go to these games or what? And then this weekend I'm going home tomorrow to go see 12 Pilots.
Nice.
I told you. I actually don't think I told you. I've been a fan of this band for a little over a decade, and I haven't missed a single concert whenever they went on their big tours. Their blur, they had 2 Blurry Face tours. I went to both of them. There was a Trench tour. I went to that. I think it was called the Bandito tour. Scaled Nicey tour. I went to that. The Clancy tour. I went to that. And now I'm going to the Breach tour. So I haven't missed a single one. I literally am so excited. So excited. I know. What are your plans for this weekend?
I don't know.
Well, let me ask this. What's your plans for next weekend? Because we know what's going to happen with that.
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, after Friday, I think I'm just chilling, doing nothing.
Good.
I don't know. I never have anything to do. So, I mean, I get paid tomorrow, or I get paid like tomorrow, speaking on Thursday,
for
Friday, but I don't know, I might go somewhere in North Shore just to go. I don't know.
Okay.
Depending on the weather.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah. Don't rule out the weather. We've been getting a lot of rain.
I'm happy.
I know. Me too. It's something that we needed.
I love the rain.
We've been having a drought for like 3 months.
Not 3 months.
No, sorry.
That's
more like a month. How about that?
Okay.
Yeah. But we needed this. My grass at home looked like shit. So I'm so glad that we're getting rain.
Mm-hmm.
My grass needs to get green. Anyways, let's talk about our games. So today, you have not told me what game you are talking about. This is what I'm nervous about because I told you that I'm talking about LA Noire. What the hell are you talking about?
Well, I'm going to be talking about Saints Row 4 and the new Saints Row game.
I think I've seen some sort of gameplay on those ones. I have not.
Mm-hmm.
I do not have the Saints Row games.
I won't do this whole Saints Row series because I haven't played 1 through 3.
Insane.
But I've played 4 and the proverbial 5, which is just called Saints Row.
Wait. Wait a damn minute. The fifth installment of Saints Row is just called Saints Row.
Yeah.
It's called Saints Row 5.
It's called Saints Row. I think they want to do like a little brand, a little like, not a rebrand, but like refresh.
Okay.
Of the series.
Okay.
But I think they want to do like what Mortal Kombat did.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I think actually Mortal Kombat did that after Saints Row did that. So.
When was the new installment for Saints Row 5 out?
Oh well, I can look that up right now.
I'm gonna look at Mortal Kombat 1 because
I should have looked that up.
They insane. I remember
Saints Toe is crazy.
So, because I know what you're talking about, the
Yeah.
whole Mortal Kombat thing, because we had the initial Mortal Kombat to Mortal Kombat 11, and then the whole timeline reset with Mortal Kombat 1 coming out in September of 2023.
Yeah. Hold on. Saints Row.
Just use Saints Row 5.
No, because then it just shows the old Saints Row game. Okay, came out in 2022.
Okay, so Mortal Kombat did do that after Saints Row. Okay.
Yeah, 2022 it came out. And let me tell you, a lot of people hate on the game, but I actually really loved it. Like, I thoroughly enjoyed when I played it. I think the story is really good and really funny as well. I don't want to.
You know what? I think I've seen, like, for some reason, there was just a video that came up on my YouTube feed. It was like Saints Row character deaths. Like that's all I've seen from Saints Row. I'm like,
you might have been seeing like 3 or 4 gameplay. Because I started playing 3, never finished it. But as for what happens in the original Saints Row 2, Saints Row 3, not sure. But
whatever.
Yeah. Well, I think this time I'll start off with my game.
All right, yeah.
So it's a kind of a toss-up between if I like Saints Row 4 or Saints Row more. Hey, that rhymed. But Saints Row 4, I think the story is a bit more all over the place. So like you start out, the first mission, first of all, is you're raiding this, like, I don't even know what it is, a factory or whatever, as like an MI6 soldier. And your character, you haven't customized them yet, so they're wearing like body armor and a helmet.
Okay.
And not speaking.
Wait, you have a customizable character?
In every game, yeah.
Do they get a name?
They get the boss as the name, and that's it. More on that. But my favorite part of Saints Row 4 is the beginning, because after you go through this factory, I think you're going after a dude named Cyrus, who's like the big bad of like 3 or something. And you chase him into this little like area, this big area, and he launches a fucking rocket out of nowhere, and being the batshit crazy game that Saints Row 4 is, you jump onto the rocket, and you have to climb it. You have to climb it to try and disable it while it's midair. First mission, by the way.
What? You're kidding. You're kidding. That literally sounds like a last mission type of mission.
Not only are you climbing it, but you have Aerosmith playing Don't Want to Miss a Thing as you're doing it. And then all your team members are reflecting on their life and death in the beginning. Mind you, this is like the first 20 minutes of the game. First mission, before you even customize your character. And literally, you jump on this rocket, climb up it to disable it. You have to dodge like falling debris along the way, like on the rocket.
What the hell?
Yeah. And then you have Aerosmith playing on screen, and then you disable the rocket. You fall off, it blows up, and then I think it goes into a skydiving segment.
You're kidding.
I might be wrong about it.
Oh my god.
But I don't know. But then some time passes, and now apparently you're the president of the United States.
What? What?
And this is where you get
wait a damn minute. What?
Yeah.
You're kidding.
No. So you get to customize your character now. And character customization is very in-depth in this game, I'd say. It's a lot more in-depth in 5. I'm just gonna call it 5. But
yeah, just call it 5.
In 4, it's still a bit in-depth. You can, when you choose the voice, you can choose between like 6 different voices. There's 3 male, 3 female, and you can pitch them up or down as much as you want.
Insane.
So like, if you want your character to sound like a chipmunk, you can have that.
If you want them to sound like a demon, like, hello, I'm the boss, you can have them sound like that.
I can't believe you have character customization, a name that is called the boss, and your voice customization.
Yeah. Well, so going back to what I was saying, you're president of the United States. You are actually, I think you live in the White House. Yeah, you live in the White House. And you're going to, I think, a press event to speak at it. And along the way, you just get these, like, crazy people just being like, I'm your biggest fan. And I remember there was a guy who said exactly that. And then he gets kicked. He gets kicked and flown across the room by your character's bodyguard named Oleg, who is huge, by the way. But then, like, during the press event, aliens invade.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, that's Saints Row. Wait, are we on the right game?
We're on Saints Row 4.
What the hell is this? That doesn't.
So aliens invade the White House.
But okay.
I'm sounding like Alex Jones right now.
You sound like you are in a Keanu Reeves movie.
No, but aliens invade the White House. You have to fight your way through while, like, basically saving your cabinet members, who, might I add, were the same people in your gang in 3, who somehow also became your cabinet members.
What the hell? Okay.
I'm sure more was elaborated on that in 3, but but then you also go outside after, like, a hole gets blown in the White House, and you man this frickin' turret, and there's just a bunch of, like, UFOs coming at you, and you have to shoot them out of the sky. So then you do that, and eventually this big mothership comes by and just abducts everybody. And the alien leader is named Zinyak. So you basically are in the ship, and I forget what. I think you're just like, I think it's like a Matrix style where you're like in a tube, just like powering it or whatever. But you literally have to, like, you wake up and you have to make your way out of the ship, butt ass naked, mind you.
Wait.
Keep in mind, everything's blurred.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
But-
I was like, wait a minute.
But like butt-ass naked, you have to go through
Sadly-
this ship,
Sadly, in my game, there's nothing that's blurred out.
and then you have to navigate your way through the ship while fighting aliens, while butt-ass naked.
Okay.
And then I think the first time you save one of your cabinet members.
This for real could sound like Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Kind of. But then I think one of your teammates rescues you in your ship, because you have a ship. Because apparently it's like sometime in the future where Earth was like blown up or whatever. No, I think Earth was blown up or whatever. I don't know. But you're in space. You're in a ship, and like typical Matrix fashion, the whole game takes place inside of like this simulated environment, where you can go in and out between your ship and the simulated world of Steelport. And in the mission, in Steelport, you basically, it's weird because Zinyak basically infiltrates the simulation, so he has all these areas that are like taken over by him, and in like it's like a typical game thing where you have to like take over all the areas from him.
Crazy.
And there are missions. It gets really crazy because I can't describe everything because I'm blanking because it's been a while since I played it.
I felt that.
But it's this one mission that stands out to me the most is where something happens and you're in like a 1930s sitcom, and your character is just like moving around very like animated. Like they're like this. They're like, when they're moving, they're like this,
swaying your arms.
Yeah,
Seriously.
swaying your arms, and like just like the happy like sitcom stereotypes. And then like all of a sudden you realize that not all is what it seems, and then your character basically kind of breaks out of this loop. And then I think another one of the characters is talking over the comms to you from the ship. And basically you have to like kill a bunch of people inside this simulation to break out into like the actual like other simulation. So what better weapon to introduce for that than the dubstep gun?
Wait, I think I've heard of that. I think it just... Wait, hang on. Wait a minute.
So it's a gun that literally shoots dubstep at people.
Are you sure this is Saints Row? Are you sure we're talking about the right game?
Yes, this is Saints Row 4.
This feels like a fucking joke.
Let me tell you, that's not even scratching the surface of weird.
You're kidding. I'm so nervous now.
Okay. So, long story short, you have to go through the whole game rescuing all your cabinet members from this ship. Now they're your gang, but you're like the leader, so that's why they call you the boss.
Yeah.
And you go through the whole game rescuing all of them through batshit crazy missions, and then the final mission you infiltrate the mothership.
I feel like I should watch this on YouTube.
You should.
Just to see if it's actually true or not. Because if it is, I'm gonna be texting you on Snapchat going, what the hell?
You infiltrate the mothership on the final mission, and then it's like you have power armor for the final mission. So like you can, you're okay. I'm blanking on a few details.
Yeah.
The mothership in the simulation, you go into that, and then you go into the real world mothership.
Okay.
And the reason you're wearing power armor is because in the simulation you had superpowers. Yeah. So the power armor mimics that in real life. The whole game is based on like having these powers that you can like utilize.
Okay.
Like gliding. You can like glide. You can like shoot ice. You could like stomp the ground around you.
That's giving X-Men.
You could like use telekinesis.
That's giving X-Men.
Yeah, I know. But then when you're using power armor, you still have access to those, and you could fly even in power armor, but like it's not like you can fly. It's like a hover fly.
Yeah, okay. I thought it was about to be like rocket boosters, Iron Man type.
No,
shit.
but then you get into this final boss battle where you have to like use the power armor to like destroy batteries, destroy Zinyak, and then like when you approach him, there's like a scene also where you're piloting the ship that you own.
Okay.
And then you have to like
you own the ship. Wait,
yeah.
Are we talking about
like
spaceship?
Like yeah.
We're talking about spaceship.
So
okay.
then you have to like pilot it through Zinyak's mothership, because this thing is massive.
Insane.
So you have to pilot it through Zinyak's mothership and avoid the obstacles along the way, as well as shooting down like other UFOs in the mothership.
Okay.
And then there's also a segment where you have to like skydive down into the like main control room of the ship, and you like avoid lasers, avoid like doors and grates and all that. And there's a song playing there. I can't forget what it was. A good song. That soundtrack was so great.
Okay.
I would say.
Honestly, for these skydiving missions, all I can imagine is Freebird playing.
I would not be surprised. But yeah, so then once you get that whole fight with Zinyak, you basically go up to him, and it's like a quick time event. You can't fail it because it just waits for your input, so you can wait as long as you want. But like, but
that's not even a quick time
well,
event.
okay,
It's just
okay. But you can press. You have a series of buttons to press, and you just beat the shit out of him.
that is so funny.
He's on the ground. You just beat the shit out of him. Like you press RT, and then you press like LT, and then you press RT and LT at the same time.
Yeah. Wait, that's given the whole gimmick with God of War, because they did that bit with a little bit, I think, on Ragnarok.
Mm-hmm. And then and then you claim his throne, and basically Steelport. The simulation is free, so like you basically free a simulation from the grasp of Zinyak, which I don't know how impactful it is. But there was another mission that stands out to me in 4, where you are at the Statue of Liberty, or now it's called the Statue of Zinyak or whatever. And there's this giant soda can that's just like wreaking havoc on the town. His name is Paul.
Wait, why? Why?
So you have to team up with Pierce, who's like your VP.
Oh wait, I forgot to ask. Who are the names in the gang?
Okay.
Who made it to the cabinet?
I can't remember all of them, but there's Keith, there's Pierce, Shondi, Kenzie, Johnny Gat.
Johnny Gat?
Yeah, Johnny Gat. Matt, I forget his name. Matt something. And there's one more I'm blanking on. They must not be as important. But yeah, so all of them, you can call them up at any time throughout the game and have them follow you, basically. And they all have superpowers in the simulation as well.
Keith David.
Yeah, Keith David.
That's an actual voice actor. All right. Well, Shondi.
Yep.
Asha Odekar.
Asha, I forgot Asha.
Benjamin King.
Ben, I forgot Ben.
Johnny Gat.
Ben.
Kenzie or whatever.
Yeah.
And then the alien antagonist Zinyak.
Yeah.
Cyrus Temple.
Cyrus, he's the villain.
Pierce.
Yep.
Viola.
What?
Viola?
Oh, she's a villain as well.
Okay.
Yeah, Viola.
And Matt Miller.
Yep. Matt Miller's the one I was blanking on as well. But yeah, so they're the same characters from 3. And let me tell you, the DLCs for the game are crazy.
I looked the characters up.
Yeah.
I'm looking at images. Why is there one of the characters dressed up as Kung Lao from Mortal Kombat?
Let me see.
What the hell is this? He looks like Kung Lao, doesn't he?
Oh, there's a game. There's a segment in the game where you're in a 2D like fighting game.
Oh.
Yeah.
God.
like
Is that part of their little simulation?
Yeah.
Okay.
This game goes all over the place.
Okay.
But you're chasing down like another villain in the game, and you're just like going through this 2D simulation.
This is giving modern references up the ass.
But let me get into the DLCs because there's
How many DLCs are there?
There's 2.
Okay.
There's Into the Dominatrix. Actually, no, there's 3. There's 3? There's 3, I think. Into the Dominatrix, where it's basically use BDSM as a weapon. There's a villain who, of course, she's called the Dominatrix. And all her like minions are gimps. Yeah. So you have to like infiltrate her headquarters or whatever, because she's also wreaking havoc in the simulation, turning everyone into gimps and all that. And that goes batshit crazy as well, because like I don't remember the exact story, but there's like a chariot race that you have to participate in, where you have to like kill other gimps and all that in the chariot race, kind of like Percy Jackson chariot race. But then you like wind up actually defeating the Dominatrix at some point. There's also How the Saints Save Christmas. So
You're fucking kidding.
no.
You're kidding.
So you basically go to the North Pole, and well, this is simulated North Pole.
It's a
simulation.
Of course, everything is a simulation. I get it. But this specific simulation is giving Family Guy with Stewie and Brian.
I think everybody in the simulation is sentient. So everyone that Zinyak absorbed, I think they're in the simulation as well, like as NPCs.
Okay.
Yeah. So it kind of adds a bit more like dynamacy.
Okay. That explains a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're at the North Pole, and not Zinyak. Well, maybe Zinyak. I don't know, but something has taken control of the North Pole, and so you're like in this little town, and it starts out that like you're walking through this town with Shondi, and something happens where gingerbread start spawning in, and you have to kill them. They start shooting at you. You have to kill them. So you have to get the Red Ryder BB gun from the window.
Wait, the BB gun from Christmas Story?
Yep.
Okay.
You have to get the Red Ryder BB gun from a window, and you start shooting them.
I almost met the main actor from the movie, by the way.
Nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, you get the main gun from the window. You go through the town. You have to like use your telekinesis powers to like throw things at bells, to like ring the bells, to like basically bring holiday spirit back into the town, because something was draining it. But like when you throw things at these bells, they ring. And then
simulation is draining that damn holiday energy.
And then I should mention these DLCs take place in the form of like different missions. So like when you accept these missions, you're accepting them from your ship. So when you like load into them from the ship.
Okay.
And so you can. So then the next part is when you go to the North Pole. And
do you actually interact with Santa?
Later.
Okay.
But you go in. There's elves that are freaking wreaking havoc, and they're tiny. Motherfrickers. So you're like shooting them, and they're so tiny, but their hitbox is like way up here.
You're kidding.
No,
You're kidding.
I think they did that on purpose.
What?
But there's one, I think his name is Sprinkles, that you had to fight.
There's an elf in the game named Sprinkles.
Yeah. And he also had superpowers. So he was just like running around. He would stomp, and like you had to kill him because he was like corrupt and like making mechanical reindeer to like terrorize everybody.
Let me ask this also.
Yeah.
What kind of gameplay type of game is this? Is this like an FPS or third person?
Third person, but it's open world.
open world.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I was about to ask if this was open
Yeah.
world earlier, but I forgot.
These missions aren't open world.
But everything else is.
Yeah, everything else is.
Okay.
But then you go into the main house of the North Pole itself. So there's like a little there's a peppermint cane blocking the door, like as like one of those like castle like blockade things.
Wait. Okay. I thought you were talking about like the whole drawbridge thing.
No.
No.
But there's a peppermint stick. And the funny thing is, you can either try to find a different way in, or you can spend 20 minutes licking the friggin' peppermint stick, and like then
Do you seriously have to sit there for 20 minutes?
you can. So there's like you have to like press a button every like 5 seconds.
You're out. No, I'm
and
sitting
then
there for 20 minutes.
it's funny because there's unique dialogue based on how long you go. But I did it once. I did the 20 minutes, and it was like, I was like, why did I do this? But then like it was actually kind of so funny. But you could literally just go around the corner and into the freaking building as well. But it's just more for shits and giggles to do that. But then you go in and you see Mrs. Claus kicking elf ass.
Is she drop kicking the elves?
She actually is. I think that's her introduction, is her drop kicking an elf.
I need to.
It's either gingerbread or elves that she's drop kicking.
This reminds me of the time I read the absolute. So I read. I haven't finished the series yet, but the Absolute Batman comics, I read those. Okay. There's a part in one of the books, I don't remember which one exactly, but I have them at home, where Absolute Batman drop kicks the boss, like the boss guy in the comics, mm-hmm. and just sends him flying from the boat for that they're in. Or no, it actually might be a child. No, I think it's a child. I think it actually drop kicks a child.
Oh, well, yeah. Here's how crazy the scene looks in like the North Pole.
That what the?
Yeah. Yeah.
What is that? What is that? That's no wait. Why is that Santa? Santa does not look like a jolly old fat man. He looks like a skinny.
So the main villain is a bad Santa, an evil Santa.
Okay.
And he's wreaking havoc across this small town that you were in the first mission, and then North Pole. And after you free the North Pole, Mrs. Claus basically takes charge, and then you go back to the town, but this time it's night. And the evil Santa is flying around, and
yeah, okay, so this is Absolute Batman drop kicking a child.
And then who else do you meet but the real Santa? He's just on the street.
Okay.
And he is basically very fucking skinny because I don't know, but
bro, looking like a stick.
Literally. But he then joins you and helps you fight the elves and the gingerbread.
Crazy.
And the evil Santa. And Santa has some really funny lines as well. There's just a bunch of like one-liners that just like kill me every time. But I have to revisit this game. There was... Oh, let me go back to Enter the Dominatrix. So it's not just the Dominatrix part, but there's a hero that you're like assisting throughout these missions called Nightblade, and he's a simulation of Matt's character because he's who Matt wants to be.
Okay.
So he's basically a persona of Matt, but he has superpowers. He has his own blades. He's like the Deadpool of the Saints Row universe. He's like, one of his lines is "Onward, toward battle," and you're just like, at some point, you're fighting this giant clay monster. Keep in mind, you don't see it because the cutscenes are in the form of comics. Yeah, so the cutscenes for this game are in the form of comics. Well,
okay.
Not for the game, but for the DLCs.
Okay.
For this DLC at least, it's in the form of a comic.
Okay.
But Nightblade kills this clay monster, and then you just skydive down off the building again. There's a lot of skydiving in this game.
Yeah, no shit.
But you basically have to just like, after that you then just go through everything with the dominatrix and all that. There's in the beginning there was kind of, no, I don't know, but I'm thinking I have to go back to the Christmas after this.
Yeah.
But the ending to Enter the Dominatrix, you're riding a raptor through the streets of Steelport.
Jurassic Park raptor?
Yeah.
Okay, so
It's a talking raptor. But I think it's a guy dressed in a costume of a raptor, but you're riding him through the streets.
oh my god.
And it's so funny because you have raptors beside you as well, just like with you.
Actual raptors.
Yeah.
And then you are basically...
It's either this guy in the suit or an actual talking raptor. But you're riding it through the street. And then that's the end.
I was about to say, the whole Dominatrix mission, it's giving the Matrix.
Yeah, pretty much. Which might have been a reference to the Matrix itself. Like, enter the Matrix, enter the Dominatrix. I don't know.
Well, yeah, there's the whole enter the Matrix. I listened to a song from Ice Nine Kills it's called The Great Unknown. Amazing song, by the way. Like, come on, they make great songs. That song is based off of the Matrix, and so they sing about like the red and blue pill.
Mm-hmm.
Is that on Saints Row?
No.
Okay.
Keep in mind, this is the cover for the DLC.
That
the girl in the middle is the Dominatrix.
what the hell?
Yeah.
Wait. First off, I don't like this.
Yeah. That's one of her gimp henchmen.
Ew, no, ew.
It's insane.
Why does she look like Loki and Maleficent at the
I
same
don't
time?
know.
That's crazy.
Let me. Oh my gosh.
If Maleficent and Loki had a child.
Oh my gosh. Hold on. Raptor. Let me look up Raptor. But there's like, yeah, this raptor. I can't find it. I'll look up raptor riding mission, which sounds so freaking bad.
Yeah.
But I remember it vividly. You're like riding a raptor through the street.
It's a guy in a suit.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's a guy in a suit.
Thought so.
It's Velociraptor Ned.
Fossil. Yeah. Velociraptor Ned. I forgot that was his name.
This picture she's wearing shades.
Yeah. But okay. So Saints Row 5 is a bit more grounded than the first one. There are not as many like silly weapons as there are in 4, but it's still a pretty good game in my opinion. The whole thing with this one is that you are still the boss. I think it's a different one this time.
Different one?
Yeah, a different one. Different members.
Did the first one get corrupted with all the simulations?
I don't think so. I think they, like I said, they just wanted like a little refresh of the series.
Okay.
But new boss, your quote gang members are your friends that you live with this time. There's Mina, there's Jason, and then there's Eli. And then basically each of them are like, well, Mina and Jason are gang members, are parts of gangs. But so the game starts out with a cutscene from the end of the game.
Okay.
So this investor's coming into like your headquarters, because you're throwing a party in your headquarters, and you basically rule the town at this point. Like, more on that. But this investor's walking in. He's like, "Is the boss in?" And someone's like, "They're busy right now." And then you customize your character, and then your character comes out of like their office or whatever, and then you get this little like cutscene where they step outside to take a phone call, and someone knocks them over the head with a shovel.
Oh.
And then you see them being drugged to a grave.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So then, cut to present day. You're like, the mission starts out with you in a suit again, but this time you're with marshal police, and you're like you're trying to track down a villain called the Noire, who, when I first played the game, I thought was played by Antonio Banderas, who voiced Puss in Boots. But
if that was true, I was about to lose my mind.
It sounds just like it, but I was disappointed when it wasn't. But no, you go through the whole game, and I'm gonna make this one a lot quicker so you can get into Noire. But there is a turning point where eventually you turn on Marshall. Mina turns on her gang because they betrayed her. Eli turns on his gang because they betrayed him. And then, no, Jason turns on his gang because they betrayed him. And then you're all just like forming your own basic gang. And through this point, you're like owning different businesses for like passive income. And you're also like establishing footholds in each area of the map. Which unlocks more missions. And then because you like, if you get like 3 businesses up and running, it'll unlock the next mission. And then it all culminates toward you teaming up with the Noire that you were trying to track down in the beginning.
Okay.
And then you pull off this train heist with the Noire, and you kill the one villain, Sergio, who was Mina's like gang leader. You kill him.
Not Sergio.
And then you kill the marshal, who was in charge of marshal police. Because he was corrupt as shit. His name is Atticus Marshall.
Damn.
He was corrupt. But you kill him.
I would expect him to be corrupt with that stupid ass name.
And then, okay, the final mission is my favorite in the game because
is it funnier than Saints Row 4?
No, it's serious.
Oh, it's actually serious.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the game is funnier than Saints Row 4, but this final mission is serious.
Okay.
Because you're after the train heist, then Wally tells you to like go pick up weapons from his hideout. You go to pick up the weapons, and you get knocked out.
No,
you don't get knocked out. You pick up the weapons, but then the Noire is at your headquarters, and because he's trying to like recruit your gang as his own family. So he's like, I assure you it's nothing personal. And he's like, they'll come to like me a lot better than you. And he basically kind of holds them hostage, waiting for the boss to arrive. This is after the party. So the boss shows up. They're holding a party. And I think at this point, somehow the boss... No, okay. Somewhere in that point, the boss is holding the party in the headquarters. And then she goes to step outside. And then she gets hit over the head with a shovel. Yeah. Turns out it's the Noire who did it.
Damn.
Drug her to the grave, and buries her, basically.
Yeah.
And I'm saying her because my character was a she when I played.
You like playing female-based characters.
I do.
I like playing male-based characters. Honestly, I don't really have a say in that.
But then you get into this whole like little dream segment where you're like trying to find your way or trying to find your will to like keep going. And you're like navigating through all these like different absurd dreams and all that. And through the whole thing, the Nuali's like talking to you in your brain, like in your imagination. And then you get to the end of those, and then eventually you literally come out of the grave, bleeding, and you go into the church. Now the party's over, and the Nuali's just like holding your friends hostage in a different building. Yeah. So you have to like grab a car, go to the building. It's kind of tense because your character then goes to the hideout of the Nuwali, grabs his weapons, and then goes to where he's holding your friends. And then you have to like chase him. And then the game ends when you two are facing off on top of the biggest building in the game.
Oh, it's a cliffhanger. It's a cliffhanger.
No.
Oh,
No.
nope.
The sun is rising, so you can see the sunrise. No, the sun is setting, so you can see the sunset on both of the characters' faces, the Nuwali and your character.
That's cool.
And then you basically shoot the Nuwali. He stumbles backward, and then happily ever after.
Happily ever after.
Yeah. And it has no DLC that I know of yet. Let's get into LA Noire, because I took up a lot of time explaining both games.
LA Noire is taking place. Yeah, that is. It's a fun game.
Okay.
I have not completed it yet, but I have watched all of the gameplay before I got the game.
Okay.
I literally was trying. I had spent months trying to find this game. I found the physical copy at a GameStop for $20.
Okay.
What the hell was that, dude? So the game takes place in 1942.
Okay.
In LA, of course. And so you are a detective. Well, you are a man who came from the war. It was like this whole war with it was like called the war on Okinawa.
Okay.
Your guy's name is Cole Phelps, and he comes back home as like a quote unquote war hero. He killed like 28 Japs. That's what they called it.
Okay.
With his bare hands, and he got shot, so he gets sent home. And he decided, saying, "Hey, I want to be a cop." So he starts off as a patrol officer. Well, you start off as a patrol officer, and you solve, you go and solve like a small alleyway murder. You go and stop like a bank robbery. You go and find this guy who has a warrant out for his arrest. But like this is like the tutorial on becoming a detective.
Mm-hmm.
But you have this big case that you solve as a patrol officer, and this chief detective guy, he looks at you and he goes, "You solved this case by yourself. Get yourself two suits and get them pressed." But also, keep in mind with this, Cole Phelps is married with 2 kids.
Okay.
But no matter what happens, you always get a partner. So as a patrol officer, your partner's name is Ralph Dunn.
Okay.
And you have 4 desks.
4 desks. Dang.
4 detective desks. It goes from traffic to homicide to advice and to arson.
Quite a jump.
I know. You'll explain why it goes from advice to arson.
I'll explain. What?
No, sorry.
I know. I'm kidding.
Literally, that's so funny. So in traffic desk, your partner's name is Stefan Bukowski, and he is actually kind of nice, but this is Cole's beginning of him becoming a detective, where you solve like car thefts, a hit and run, a massive auto fraud racket using government issued pig slips. That's probably one of my favorite cases because it's actually really cool. You pull over this one guy where they claim that like someone calls in the car saying the car's stolen, but the guy who drives it has like the pink slip saying, "Hey, this is mine. Like, this is my car." I don't know why they're saying it's stolen, but it would like you uncover this entire fraud racket. It's so cool.
Wait, so like, what's the gameplay like in this game? Like,
it is third person, sort of, mainly with like walking around, also running, third person shooter, because you do also get into some serious gunfights.
Okay. Is this a Rockstar game?
Yes.
That explains it.
Yes, but it actually is an open world.
Oh, okay.
It's not. You just go case by case by case by case. But like if you also drive. Driving kind of sucks. It sucks. But you unlock these suits to wear, and one of the suits you'll see. You won't see it. I will probably show it to you after this. It is a hilarious suit. You'll see. It's in their advice desk.
Hey everyone, it's post-production Michael here. I just want to say I am aware of the beeping in the background. There was I don't know what it was, a truck or something that was doing stuff outside during our time of recording, and unfortunately the microphones caught it. So just bear with us. I don't know how long it goes for, but yeah. Bye-bye.
Bro has like the suspenders, a shorts, like a long sleeve shirt.
Oh my god.
Because usually they would have like jackets and like an actual suit, but bro wears like a long sleeve shirt, suspenders, and a fucking banana hat.
A banana?
Yeah. Well, just a yellow fedora.
Oh.
Yeah.
His bro's got the Ugly Morgan fit. Minus the banana hat. But
Yeah, exactly. But he, like, I mean, detectives really have to dress themselves up in whole ass suits, running in dress shoes. They don't have running shoes. They have dress shoes. They have suit shoes, and they run full sprint in them. It's so. I keep like looking at this shit, and I'm like, what the hell? But fuck. So like I mean, you kind of. Like one of the cases includes a guy faking his own death with his car, trying to escape a marriage because he's having an affair with his wife. Well, on his wife with another girl, and he's trying to escape that marriage and also escape the city. We basically wasted police resources on this guy. He was a complete dick. It was just like a wild goose chase, and it was a whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
A council general's car was abandoned, someone's yard, stripped of its wheels by a kid who like worked at the auto shop. The council general, though, I think he was a Venezuelan council general. He actually had a thing for kids.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's a one-liner that literally makes me kind of giggle a little bit, but like the suspects and the victims' backstories can get really dark.
Mm-hmm.
But for this guy, there is, so you can interrogate the suspects and see if they're lying or not, and if you think that they are lying, you could try and provide proof.
Bang.
That's where I get stuck at. I usually tend to use the internet just to get past the whole lying bit, because I cannot figure out whenever they're lying or not. I can't. It gets tricky for me.
28 stab wounds.
That's the trick in human. That's not.
I know.
That's so funny. But the line that I keep giggling at whenever I played that mission was Cole saying, "You fuck young kids, Valdez," and the guy Valdez goes, Are you out of your mind, or like are you insane? That will cause an international incident, and I mean, literally and then Cole goes, "Spill it," and the guy goes, "They're beautiful, luxurious hair," and I'm like, "No," I'm sitting there like, "No, no, no." But
Let me ask you something.
yeah.
Never mind, I forgot.
Oh, okay, okay.
No, wait, let me ask you something. Is it post bully or pre bully? Like the game bully?
I guess I wouldn't say pre.
Okay, because I know on Xbox at least bully and LA Noire come in a bundle together. So.
Okay. I haven't played bully. I have seen some gameplay of it, but I want to say it's pre. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Don't quote me
so
on
it's
that.
old.
Yeah, again, 1942.
No, I'm talking about like when it was made. Like.
Oh no, no. I want to say no. Post bully.
Post bully. Okay, that's what I meant. Yeah.
Their graphics aren't great. The gameplay is okay. Because whenever you sprint at someone, it looks like you are running the marathon. But what they put most of their money on like facial tracking, so you can look at these people's mouths and like they will, like it's like actual people with like face monitoring, so that you'll see like whenever, like if they like say C and your like lips go back, you'll see it. Like their eyes will dart around if they're lying. So that's what they put most of their money on, and it was such a good investment for this game.
Okay.
That it made it so like that's what that is mainly what made that game so popular, was from that face tracking.
Let me ask you something again. It's kind of unrelated, but do you also have like same issue as me where like you can't really go back to a bunch of old games just because of the graphics? Like,
no, I can.
Okay.
I can. I've recently have been playing Lego Batman.
Because I have that issue where I cannot go back to old games because the graphics are worse.
It depends what game it is though. If it's like a horrible gameplay type of game, I won't play it. But if it's like graphics, I don't really care.
Like even games I used to play, I can't go back to because like I don't know. There's just this thing where I physically can't go back to games where the graphics are older.
I don't mind.
But yeah,
it makes me feel nostalgic.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask about that.
Yeah, it makes me feel nostalgic. So,
Okay.
All right. So there's also a hit and run in the traffic desk where you look at the victim of that hit and run was actually murdered before the actual accident, and the perp was his wife and affair partner, and there's a lot of affairs.
Naturally.
Yeah. And the last case is an attempted murder where they call it a Chevy Skyline gets sent off of an embankment, but it got stuck behind a billboard. The victims were aspiring actresses. One of them was actually a really popular woman. The other one was was her niece. The niece was trying to get fame and glory, but the guy who was trying to recruit them as like actresses actually sort of molested her.
Oh.
Yeah, I told you, it gets dark.
That's
it gets really
crazy.
dark. Yeah. But like not only would he molest her, but he got it on like film. But eventually we would catch him, send him off to jail, and blah blah blah.
Okay.
Like we would actually catch the actual bad guys and all that fun stuff. So that's the last case before you move on to homicide. You basically dominate traffic, and you get promoted to homicide. Your homicide partner is Rusty Galloway, and he is a grade A asshole. But he's a good guy. He's a great guy. Fucking asshole. So you get promoted to homicide. This is where it gets really ugly, and I'm trying to not go too into detail. You deal with 6 murder cases that lead into a serial killer, but you don't realize that until like later on. So the cases all start with a deceased woman who some of them were sadly stripped of their clothes and beaten to death. Also at each crime scene, a piece from the woman, a shoe, ring, ID card, whatever would mean some sort of monumental value to them, would be missing, and you wouldn't find it until again later on throughout the desk. To spare the gross details, we solve the cases. However, we arrest the wrong guys because we don't realize that we're dealing with a serial killer. As we progress, we actually start realizing we're dealing with a serial killer because he sends us notes that are doused in gasoline that strips of any fingerprints. And these notes are from a poem, like a book from a poem called Shelley. And Cole knows that, but Rusty doesn't. Rusty is, again, not only an asshole, but he's actually really good, literally a dumbass.
He's kind of rusty.
Yeah. So, the serial killer is kind of sadistic. He uses quotes from the book called Shelley, and Cole uses his skills from the book to track the killer and also find more notes from Shelley, but also the pieces that went missing from the woman. So there's like someone's shoe, someone's ring, someone's charm bracelet, someone's social security card, and then we end up in a church where we find the serial killer. And actually, and then we realize the serial killer is like some government guy's cousin.
Huh.
So, and then also we actually interact with him at the very beginning. We just don't know that.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. He was a bartender in the first case, but whenever Cole sees that, the killer's like, you should know me, and then Cole's like, you're the temp bartender, weren't you? And he goes, yes. And I'm like, don't say that yes. I'm like, don't.
Yes.
No. But
Low-key Voldemort.
yeah. But we realized that all the kills that this guy has done was in the church, because there was like a room that had the bath filled with like blood and yeah, and like tools.
In a church
and
is
blood,
crazy.
yeah, and bloodied tools, and then you go into the underground catacombs things, and you can't really bring him in. You kind of have to kill him. He's not going to stop running, but and you're going to get into a gunfight, so you kind of have to kill him. I wish there was a way where you didn't, but you kind of have to.
Yeah. I don't know, I feel like I prefer to kill him.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but and then like if you were going to ask about the other victims who we arrested, we kind of have to let them go off like false, like misinformation and like missing evidence. And Cole gets like pissed off, but that's like, he also gets, after that bit, he gets promoted.
Okay.
But sadly, this whole case doesn't make it to the news. It doesn't, because the serial killer is some guy's cousin who's in the government. So it does, like, Rusty's like, this case should make it to the news, and the chief's like, it won't. It won't. The guy's in the government. So this is when we get to advice. Our partner is Roy Earl. Now, we do interact with Roy throughout the game. Roy, I hate so much. Hate him. But again, after dominating homicide, Cole gets promoted to advice, solving drug and gun-related crimes. This is also where Cole's life takes a turn.
Oh.
So in the first case, two music artists are found dead off of a drug overdose. And there's nothing but like popcorn cups in the room. And if you turn the popcorn cups over, there's pieces of tape. Something has been taped underneath it. And then we find a cup that actually has the thing that was taped under it. It was U.S. Army issued morphine.
Oh.
And yeah, and so they died off of a morphine overdose. And I forgot to mention, basically at every desk you're gonna see the coroner. He is my bestie, Coroner Carruthers. I love this man so much. He is so awesome.
Coroner Carruthers.
Carruthers.
That's
yes.
given the same energy as Quentis the dentist from The Office.
Yeah. So, but you also find like these betting slips and this ticket to a jazz club called the Blue Room. Now that jazz club is also where Cole's life starts to turn.
Mm-hmm. Like, how so?
You'll
okay.
Yeah, I'll get into that. So like, you figure out the whole morphine thing. It's actually like, you have to, there, like at the betting slips guy, that his little, like, they had, like, he has like wired phones and a what is it, like a slot machine, that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
That actually has like a secret compartment. And there's also another guy who has a jukebox that has a secret compartment that holds morphine, money, weed. And so you go out to this place called Ramos Removals that has like furniture with like secret compartments to hold stuff. But that's also where the morphine is also hidden as well. But there actually, well, some of the morphine, not all of it. The rest of it is actually held in a like a ice place. The place is called Polar Bear Ice. It leads out to a massive shootout. However, like, that place is supposed to be closed. it leads out to a massive shootout where you see boxes of morphine stashed in blocks of ice. So like it was a massive whole thing. Another one, this is probably one of my favorite cases. It's called Reefer Madness because they call weed marijuana. They don't call it like that. They call it reefer.
Yeah, that's how they did it. That's how they did it back then as well.
And so it's a whole thing. This one guy stashes like 50, like he'll get sent in 50 pounds of weed and stash it in his house. And you go to the house and try to like retrieve it, but the guy is kind of trigger happy. And so you kind of have to end up killing him. And this whole thing leads out to the reefer being like sealed in factory sealed cans, soup cans. And the owner doesn't even know about it because he doesn't really control stuff at night. And that's whenever they do the whole thing where they seal all the reefer in the cans and send it out. And we kind of have to stake the place down at night, and we would, go into yet another shootout. You can tell there's a lot of shootouts.
Yeah,
A lot.
typical of any Rockstar game.
Yeah, true. Like in Traffic, there was a lot of car chases, a couple of shootouts. Homicide, there was more murders than anything else. Advice is a lot of shootouts. And yeah. So you stake the place down at night. You have a bunch of people, like a bunch of cops help you with like breaking and entering. And then you see all the reefer, and these guys are all of them are dead. All of them are dead. However, it doesn't end there because there's about 6 of the guys who are all in this one gang. They all work together to to bring in the reefer, because the reefer comes in from international. So oh my god, I'm trying to think. So you figure out where it originally all is, going to yet again another shootout, and you get all the reefer, and that's that case. And there's a couple of the cases that weren't really memorable, but there's one that it was. This is the one where like Cole's life flips. So it is a shootout that led to U.S. Army issue morphine, U.S. Valor cigars, and U.S. Valor rifles. And there's like a whole manifest about like the guys who went home with Cole on the ship, and the ship got robbed, having people like disperse with the guns, cigars, and drugs. And this is also like whenever Cole gets he really starts to become unfaithful with his wife.
Okay.
And he goes to the Blue Room, and there's this one woman. Her name is Eliza. She's a German singer. And they were really specific with that. And he sleeps with Eliza, has an affair with Eliza.
Of course.
And
anyone named Cole would.
Cole Phelps, yeah. But yeah, no, he has an affair with his wife, like with Eliza, and the wife gets pissed off, and the kids are like, "What the hell?" And yeah, no, that's where it takes a turn. He literally gets demoted to arson. But the whole manifest thing, you have to solve like people who have the U.S. rifles. You also have to interact with the people who used to go to war with. But some of the people who went to war with Cole actually hated Cole. There's a whole backstory between that. Because Cole wanted to be in the war for fame and glory, not because of the whole war bit. He wanted to get the credit that he has been driving for.
Oh, okay.
And so like there was a time where there was a cave where he thought that was filled with like the enemy, but it wasn't. And so there was in this war, there was always that one guy who had the flamethrower. And the one guy, he tells his flamethrower guy, like, fire up the cave. The cave was not filled with the enemy. It was filled with women and kids.
Oh.
He killed a cave full of women and kids.
Cole.
He gave the order to the guy, and the guy lost his mind, and that gets more important during the arson desk. So is his like mentality declining through this? The flamethrower guy, yes, because I was talking about Cole. No, okay. Cole, no. Cole literally has been like I think he has like that. They mentioned that he had like this mental disorder where he just sort of thrives on like fame and glory, and he wants to do whatever he can to get that. I
don't think that's a mental disorder. I think that's just a personality disorder.
It sort of was.
It's a personality disorder.
Yeah. So there was that, and then so he has an affair, but there's also another thing going on, but with the police department. So Roy and about, I want to say, 5 other higher ups in the police department are all corrupted cops. All of them. Okay. And I thought it was gonna go there. Yeah, it does. It does go there. And but again, so he gets demoted to arson, and he gets treated like shit because literally, even though everyone's like, you're a good case guy, you cheated on your wife. You have kids. The hell. So and then his partner in arson is Herschel Biggs. Now, Herschel, actually, we learn about this later on. There's a narrator throughout, like, cutscenes in the game. Like the beginning, the end, like maybe a couple, like, in between desks. The narrator is Herschel Biggs. I thought that was cool. So he solves house fires, but he also has to interact with the fire department. The fire department does not really like him either. I mean, everyone got wind of him. There's this whole housing development where the houses that were in that development, they wanted to tear them down, but some of the people didn't want to do that. They're like, no, I'm not doing that because I'm not going to get the money that was worth for the house. I'm going to get less. So what they did was they would, the development would send them like tickets saying, congrats, you won a trip to this cruise. And they would, if the family actually went on the cruise, like they would assume that the family would go on the cruise. And as they were gone, they would set ablaze to the house. And we've solved that whole thing. And I mean, it doesn't really tie to the housing development yet, but it all will tie to the housing development. There's also another part where like a good chunk of LA gets blown up. It literally had a mushroom cloud. Oh my god. Yeah. So but it wasn't a nuke. It wasn't. Okay. It was just I want to say like a science lab just blew up. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. So you also go to that crime scene, and everything is like, if you like the crime scenes at the house, the crime scenes in the city, like the victims are all charred, and it's insane. And I mean, there was this one, the house fires actually come from our guy, flamethrower guy. I don't remember his name. But we also, as this happens, something goes on with Cole, and Cole asks Eliza for help, but he also starts to live with Eliza, of course. And Eliza goes to one of Jack's old rival enemies from the war, nope, not Jack. Eliza goes to Jack. Jack Kelso is one of Cole's enemies from the war because Jack wanted to go to the war because he wanted to go to the war. He wanted to serve the country. Cole didn't. So it was a whole thing, and it was actually kind of cool. And then Jack starts to uncover stuff with the housing development and the police department. And this all leads to the last case. The last case is called A Different Kind of War. So this is whenever we see old friends from Cole's team who gets killed. There's this one guy who was, I think, a medic. He gets killed. And there's like this whole newspaper thing going on between the guy, his name is Courtney. And his therapist. And the therapist kills Courtney and leaves the body in the alleyway, and this is whenever Cole starts to lose it because Roy is being a jackass. And there's this one really noticeable one-liner, especially with the face tracking too, because again, I'm still amazed by that. So Cole gets pissed and he pulls a gun out on Roy. Roy was there saying, hey, Courtney fucked up. Courtney got into this mafia stuff because the therapist was working with the mafia. Mafia in quotes. And again, like Courtney, it was apparently Courtney's decision to get into all this, and Cole gets pissed off, so he literally pulls his gun out on Roy, and Herschel's like, hey yo, let's calm down a little bit. And Courtney's like, Roy, no, not Courtney. Cole's like, Roy, you better shut the f- up. He was literally screaming it. He's like, so shut your goddamn mouth. And it was like all with face tracking, so I can see the emotion that the guy was acting. And it actually was so, because I love the face tracking thing. It was so cool. And so the whole different kind of war thing, that entire bit was in A Different Kind of War. What else? It all leads out to a sewer. It all leads out to us realizing that our guy has lost his mind. The therapist is now dead. That our guy was talking to loses his mind, burns down houses, and actually takes Eliza hostage. And Jack and Cole work together to go and save Eliza and put our man out of his misery because he lost it. So we save Eliza, we put him out, and Jack actually does the whole killing. Cole saves Eliza because Cole's a dick. But I liked Cole up until Advice.
Yeah.
And then Arson just made everyone hate him, and I'm like, honestly, good for you, man. Deserved. And then, so the sewer actually has like a whole flooding thing going on. Like you've seen in those shows where someone's in like a sewer and they see like all that water rushing in. Yeah. It was that type of moment.
Okay.
So Cole saves Jack and Eliza, but he realizes that he's too short to go and try to save himself from the whole sewer. So he looks over and he goes, I have accepted. He doesn't say it, but he looks up to his guys and he's like, I'm sorry, and dies from the rush of the water. And since I think Jack uncovered the whole cop thing, in order to save their asses, the corrupt cops talks at Cole's funeral. So, and
Gotcha.
there's and honestly, like, I'm like, shocker, Cole dies, but secretly I'm like, yeah, let's go.
Yeah, brother.
You were an asshole.
That's what we're waiting for.
But that, yeah, that's basically LA Noire. There's so much that goes on with it, especially with the cases and the characters, that I think you should watch some of the cases that are actually really good. Mainly with homicide and advice. Traffic again is fine. It's more driving and stuff, but again, this is all taking place in 1942, and it's a great game.
Yeah.
Graphics,
it sounds fun.
Yeah, it's more 3D. Graphics are in that time. I want to say the game came out 2013.
Oh, that's not as bad.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's a little before Grand Theft Auto 4. No.
No, GTA 4 came out, I want to say 2015.
Okay.
Oh no, sorry, 2011.
2011. Okay, yeah. So this was before GTA 4.
Fully came out in 2006.
Yeah.
Okay. And then so LA Noire came out in 2011, and then GTA 4 was what? 2015?
I actually think that was GTA 5. That was 2015.
Maybe. Yeah, that's probably what I'm thinking of. Yeah. Yeah. But no, I mean, LA Noire and Arkham Asylum basically came out the same year.
Mm-hmm.
So, but no, that's LA Noire. Again,
Yay.
Great game, something I want to complete. But also basically have to use the internet so that I can figure out how they are lying and what proof I need to make sure that they are lying. And stop. Never nay. Never nay.
And that's all the time we have for today. Thank you all for listening. Next week, we'll have my good friend Devin on.
Yes.
We'll be talking about the Life is Strange series, and Brie will be talking about the Batman Telltale series.
Yes, I will.
Yes. I can't wait for that.
More Batman.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, thank you for listening. Be sure to follow us on Spotify and YouTube. And we'll see you next time in the hangar.
Peace.
Bye-bye.